This morning, I received a message asking if I can help to design a similar form using Excel. And I say, give me a day because what they want is so big complex. But at a glance, it's very complex. And then after an hour time, the my friend's Ben says that her daughter got it done. I said, well, good, very good. So and her daughter created us this. Okay, so I think it's a good one, and I thought he wants this, but actually he's also okay with this. If this is for one, it can be done in, I don't know. Let's count how much time it takes to do this, right? So first of all, right, to design this sample design, you can start counting. I don't know how much time I need to create this. Okay, so basically I divide this, and then there is a wording here called band technical. So we'll just type in the band technical. Now, if you want to uh, put it all capital letter on your keyboard, press a caps lock. Yeah. So then you can put there typical services. Okay, and then you can hold out a control key and use a wheel up services to make it bigger so it's easier to see. So why do I do that is because I want to see a big picture of it. So as you can see that from here to here there are one straight line, but not exactly here. Got something here. So I really assume that there are some columns here that need to be merged. So what do I mean merge, right? In a short while you understand that. So next one is that here there's also some data here that we want to talk about it. So maybe I'll just put it there, quantity. So while the cap lock is still pressing on, you can just continue to type without worry about the pricing. So next is the amount. And then there's a description here. So somehow here there's a description. So it's always good that you, when you want to design some form, draw it on a piece of paper and then only work on typing it in the Excel as your template. So then in that way it's easier. And if you'll notice that here, unit price and quantity, the invoice number here are pretty big, right? So that's what in the short while I'll show you what it means. Um, merge cell. Okay, and then here's the date. I think it's a pretty simple and easier to understand what you call that, the design. Okay, so now notice that the quantity column and the unit price column, they are on a different column, just like this. Okay, now you can see that you cannot see this value here, right? So what you do is that you double click here and you can see that. Next thing is that here the customer ID, these label here are crossing two column. So to do that, we highlight two column and then go to home tab, and then there's this called merge and center. So you click on that, merge and center, and this then goes to invoice number, highlight them, home, merge and center. Okay, and then do we have something else? Oh yes, we have here. So and you can also see that there are some columns here. So it's always good idea that we can have some space design so we can use it for future use also, maybe here. So maybe that's the build tool. So as you can see, there are names, there are company names, street name, city, phone. So we should be need more data here. So we insert a few more rows. Just right click here, right click insert, and I think that's about it. And at the end here, we have the word subtotal. Again, it is using the merge cells to combine these two. So go to merge, but this time we don't use merge and center. Um, Well, actually you can merge and center, but it's always on the center, so you got to use alignment to align it to the left. So you can see that here, but there is a space. So if you want the space, you can do is that you click on this here, increase the indent. See, now we can do the same here. Total services, total parts change, charge. Okay, and then we have a grain total. So all these will need an indent. So I need to merge on every single row. So I'll highlight this here, go to home. Instead of merge and center, I go merge across. So what it means is that now every single line is now merged instead of doing one by one. And then I go to highlight them here, and then use the increase indent to increase it. And I think that's about it. So finally we have some customer signature. I think that is a center, but you can just highlight them here, maybe these 2 lines or maybe 3 lines. Go to home, use this border underline here. Well, same goes to somewhere here. Okay, you can highlight them again. If you want to repeat the last action, you can press the F4 key just to repeat it. I think that the form are almost ready. Just repeat it again one more time. As for here, you can use the home, use this value, and use the top and bottom. Okay, so we want to go green, and we can actually make it lesser when you print it out, because it's going to print that often, so we will use lesser things. Okay, so that's a voice and invoice. People are easy to see. Okay, that's great. So I'm highlighting them, and then I change the font type to maybe array. Okay, so if it's not too particular, then I think this is just great. And then again, I want to highlight them too. Go to merge center. Okay, highlight them, so people can see that, oh, this is invoice, and bills to who is question. Maybe you want to bold it just by pressing Ctrl B, will bold the things, and then you can start writing here. So there is some number items and so on. Unit price control. Yeah. Okay, that's complete the first step. Almost, yeah, almost. And if you want some lines, you can as well, because when you print this out, the time you don't have that tools. Okay, finally, that the original has this BEN as the letter, so instead of just band, I think that's a good design. And we'll go to, what I call that, draw horizontal, type a B, and then just bold it the other way. Okay, maybe, and then I want to bold it or center it, and perhaps I want to do some filtering. Okay, so that's white color, and we have B. Now selecting the shape, hold out the Ctrl Shift and drag this, select the item, drag this, select the item again, drag it to this, and then band, and then end. Alright, band technical services. I think that's pretty good. Okay, then we should be having something like this here. Oh yeah, this two should be right. Center it, just using this center should be nicer. And all the words should be also right in the middle. Okay, it says middle, invoice, numbers, quantity, unit price. Alright, so now I'm going to press the control key, select the worksheet, and then drag it to the left. And now I'm going to delete this item. I think I don't need this thing here. That is just for temporarily. Now I highlight them and press Control minus, and I go to here. Take a look how it's designed like. Okay, so go to page layout, size. I want to be A4 size, and I don't want this, so I just highlight it lesser. Maybe here also I don't need that much space. Maybe, just maybe. Let's see. Maybe we really don't need that much space, so just drag it a bit here and there. Okay, so I have this space here, and I have, so here I can add a few more lines. Control Shift plus sign inside, Control Shift plus inside. So I want everything fit into just one page. So I guess that this should be good enough. Okay, so then I go to the page layout, print area, set print area, and then as I print, it should be something like this. And obviously these numbers are just too big. Okay, and then I'm gonna just drag it here. So was it a bit different? Oh yes, of course it's a bit different, but the thing is that should be okay. Alright, quantity unit price, all this can be centralized, and here do I need to have a grand total line? No, that's just total line, but it'd be good that if you have some kind of grand total line. So go here and change it to top and bottom, so it's easier for the customer to see that. And you are overshoot a bit, so as you can see, this means that it goes to another page, so we don't want that to happen. So what do we do? Just make it lesser. Okay, same goes to here. Page 1, everything. So if it's Control P, it should be printing somewhere here. Okay, great. So now I'm going to highlight this here until here. Go to page layout, click on this page setup. I want to fit it into fit 1 and font, and then I want it to be right in the center of the page. And I can add a header and footer if I want to, and then click OK. And then I Control P. So now the invoice is printed right in the middle. And that's how I created an invoice. Well, technically you can use the same concept like merge, draw, border to create your more complicated one, but the idea will be more or less the same. Thanks for watching. God bless you. God bless Asia.